we've got our spring showcase happening today, and instead of having just a spring music concert, here at Southgate we've elected to do what we call spring showcase.
What we do is have the students demonstrate the skills that they've learned in art, music, and FIED, the three specialist areas here at Southgate. So there's a little portion for music, and then Mr. Christopherson has them demonstrate some games and skills that they learn in FIED, and then there's a spontaneous art project that Mrs. Lenny guides the children through. So they'll be creating some puzzle, like the third graders will be creating puzzle pieces individually, and then they will be putting their puzzle together at the end, and so it's kind of like a little bit of a happening in art. I know that this correlates to other areas of their learning. I know that as they learn to read musical notation, they're increasing their decoding skills in other areas of learning as well. So it's great.
Throughout everything we've done in physical education, there's a lot of research that shows the importance of movement and learning on a day-to-day basis, and especially at this younger level, it's important for kids to understand that your brain can be kind of molded in different ways, and through movement and physical activity you can mold it and make it so it's stronger. It's a muscle that you're training, just like your heart is, so you can get to be smarter throughout what you're doing in school.
For the art portion of it, the students got to use some self-expression, and they made a puzzle piece that represented themselves, so they got to make an individual piece of art, and then as a class they put their puzzle together. So in the end they had a whole class, like a group art project, where each person is individually represented in the artwork, but then together they're combined with their whole class. Art is important for the students because it brings out their creativity, and it helps students who may not necessarily have strengths in other, like some of the core academics may not necessarily be their strength area, but they're able to really shine in art because they get to kind of express themselves and use creativity and use different parts of their brain than they normally would in just the plain academic setting.
This is kind of a unique, fun thing that we do here, and it's a chance for kids to show that throughout the school day they're not just sitting in there working on their science and their writing. They get to kind of express themselves in different ways and kind of be themselves and figure out through movement and music and art what they really enjoy doing, and hopefully find a passion in something that they can pursue as they get older.
It's so important to really be educating the whole child, and there's so much research out there that talks about how kids do better when they have physical activity and music and sports and arts in their life. And so we really are focusing on that and trying to showcase that for our families and talk about the great things that we have going on. We're so fortunate here in Austin Public Schools to commit to art, music, and FIED in the school day for kids.